I'm gonna get into the money in just a second because y'all want to make this about the money. But I want to bring up some guests and give them an opportunity and give me a little bit of break to compose myself and get some thoughts on there. Mr. Frederick, Mr. Elemental, why don't you guys go ahead and cam up for me? Let's see if you're back there. Go ahead and cam up for me. What's up,
What's
brother?
good? How you doing?
Do you lack ambition?
Absolutely not. I am a business owner. I am an entrepreneur. And if I could share some stats with you, I'll prove to you that Black men do not lack ambition. All right. From the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, right? Black business owners account for about 10% of US businesses and about 30% of all minority owned businesses, right? By comparison, 50% of majority Black or Black owned businesses in 2020 had male owners, while only 37% were owned by women and 8% had equal male and female ownership. Where in that stat says brothers don't have ambition, right? They are one of the fastest growing groups of entrepreneurs, of business owners, right? And like you're saying, once you get to a certain level, you have to want or you see that you desire a person at that level. But like you're saying, they're looking for something else, right? I saw that woman turn up her nose at the bus driver. Well, not unless he owns the bus, right? How do you know his ambition isn't to own the bus company? But at the moment, what he can do is drive, right? Learning from the ground up. So when he is that business owner, he knows even more than the person who just, got enough money to buy the business, right? I think people have a misconception about what ambition is supposed to look like because it necessarily doesn't look like yours, right? Your drive is different from mine, but that doesn't mean that I'm not trying to build something else. Not to mention, you got to remember, we're still fighting the most oppressive force on planet Earth, but yet we still find a way to get our education, right? Whether it's undergrad or graduate degrees, we still find a way to get those things. We still find a way to be in CEOs statements or be in corporate boardrooms and making those decisions, right? It's not because somebody said, we need a Black man on this board, so you look like a good one. Absolutely not. You got to work your ass off three times as much as the average white cat to be in those spaces. I'm speaking from my own experience, right? The one thing that Black men don't lack is ambition. Believe it. And if you are being around people that don't have it, you might need to change your circle up a little bit. 100%. There's just too much to it. There's just too many brothers working and struggling to try to do something more for just themselves, right? Brothers like me, a lot of brothers I know are working on building generational wealth. How does that equate to a lack of ambition? I don't see it.
I'm gonna answer that in just a second, Mr. Elemental. But I've been sitting here thinking about one of the ladies in the chat who supports me all the time, Miss Mona D. She has a short message for these ladies who talk about Black men that lack ambition and Black men don't want to invest in themselves. Miss Mona, what do you got to say?
She needs psychiatric help. Oh my God.
Right. She needs psychiatric help.
My main question is, when you say that a person is lacking something, compared to whom is what I would ask, right? Who are you trying to compare Black men?
They're comparing it to themselves. I got a house. I got a car. I got this. Let Black women, and I'm going to get into the numbers and everything in just a second. Only, I think it's 7 to 9%. Only 7 to 9% of Black women make over $75,000 a year. The rest of y'all are fucking broke. So who are you? What are you talking about?
I think it goes into what you mentioned, right? About the new family structure, right? You said these brothers, they make enough to live in the middle class or to be classified as middle class, but they are going into a already made family. So yes, you may have enough to maybe get by with this woman, right? Because she's saying, oh, you got to reach this certain tax bracket, right? But you also have to factor in her children. And she wants them to live a certain lifestyle, which is absolutely fine. So now you're not only providing a lifestyle for one person, it may be two or three. And that is very, very different for someone to come in. So now, no, you may have just enough for me, but my kids got to eat too. It's a lifestyle thing. It's not about what you're talking about, right? You got a
No,
linesman,
it's
he's going out there,
absolutely
he's
about
working his
it's
butt off 40,
absolutely
45
it's
hours a week.
absolutely it's absolutely about a lifestyle. They want a certain lifestyle. But you let me tell people all the time, people, man, people just talk shit. Let me tell you something. You can want what you want all day long. But just because you want what you want, that don't mean you got the right to knock the rest of us because you are failing to get what you want.
That's when
And
personal accountability has to jump in the front of the conversation.
right. And these ladies, a lot of them are basing their thoughts and their opinions off of their personal experiences. So their personal experiences are basically men that they have to provide for. How in the hell are your dirty dick baby daddies? How are they any way near my problem? And why are you trying to make your look? I'm not ragging on Mr. Elemental. You a man. I'm a man. Boy, we all been played. We've been played by a woman, and women been played by a man. It's part of the
Oh yeah.
game.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not saying that men out here ain't getting played. We get played all the doggone time. But the difference between men, we don't go out on the world and just ravage other women and blame them and say that we don't do that.
No, I've never heard a brother say, "Oh, my problem is the black woman," or you know what I mean. I got a black woman, but she's not this. I've never heard that, right? Which is why it's so surprising to me the clips that you play about these women, like, I don't feel this way about black men, or I don't feel black men or this or that, right? It's been my experience in my life that when you give a black woman a chance to sing the praises of a black man, there is no more beautiful chorus in this world.
Mr. Beatty, I'm glad you got the thing worked out. What can I do for you?
I'm on my phone actually because I still have a tech issue with my computer, but to amplify Mr. Elemental's point, I gotta 100% wholeheartedly that what the hell are these women talking about? What? First of all, I want to know what the hell they're smoking because I want some too.
Steve Dochi.
The moment you say that a black man isn't ambitious, see, I saw that video in its entirety, and it's funny when a woman says they'll be involved with a guy if they own a company, if they have if they're a major stockholder or something, or if they have a vested interest into it, which is quite weird to me. But then again, they're looking for a lifestyle. They're looking to have their lifestyle change or looking to amplify their lifestyle. I don't get that. I honestly don't. You know, when so and I'm gonna stay with Mr. Elemental, man. But hell yeah, I'm an ambitious guy. I have my own business, have my own podcast platform. I'm an author and things of that nature, and I'm doing other things outside of that. But what you see, what someone may see like someone like me or you, TJ, sitting in front of a microphone or writing type it in Word, Microsoft Word or something like that. Some women may look at that and that's not being ambitious, but to me, it's me being ambitious, but also building a legacy for not only my children, but also my children's children.
Come on.
So when I leave this plane of existence, they can take the mantle of this platform that I'm building, and they can run with it. But again, and this is you know what, and I'm gonna put a shot over a whole bunch of people's bow right now. Men, we look at long term. Women look at short term. I'm more of a long term person that want to build things over time, so it lasts through the test of time. Women look at things for the right now, and I can't live in the right. I can live in the right now, but I'm looking 5, 10, 20 years down the line. So what I build can last. It can be something that my kids can use, and that my kids and that their
Right.
kids can use, and that their kids
Right.
can use.
Come
Bro,
on. Right.
come on, man. I no. That's the moment she spewed that shit out of her mouth is the moment she literally invalidated herself. And a lot of women gonna take offense to what I just said, but I said what I said, and I don't care.